everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J here with an overview and demonstration and wear test using the new Chanel Le Teint foundation. You guys, I am so excited that Chanel has listened and brought back some of the key shades in their line. Back in the day, I used to be a Chanel foundation die-hard junkie. When I say I used to love Chanel's Perfection Lumiere foundation, like, that would be an understatement. That was my holy grail foundation. And I did not get a chance to get backups before they discontinued my color and then discontinued that foundation overall. So I was heartbroken, okay? I used to wear beige ombre, I believe 44, because it's been 6 or 7 years since I had the foundation in my possession and was able to wear it. I was beyond excited to hear that they were coming out with a new foundation, and not only that they were coming out with a new foundation, they were adding back in the ombre shades, which, hello, those are the shades for me. Those shades are the yellow goldenish type shades, and they always were beautiful, and that was a good color match for me. When Chanel took that away, I was no longer able to find a suitable match in any of their foundations. So needless to say, I'm so excited to see them having a new foundation with a lot of different shades and a lot of different shades with the ombre. High five, Chanel. I'm proud of you. There are 30 different shades of this foundation available. I have the color BD71, and the BD stands for Beige Doré. They have 3 different undertones. They have B, which is beige. They have BD, which is Beige Doré, and they have BA, which is bad. No, I'm just kidding. And they have BR, which is Beige Rosé. Or beige rose. I really believe it's rose though. So this is a brand new foundation from Chanel. It's called Ultra Le Teint, and it says that it is ultra wear, all day comfort, flawless finish foundation. It does have 1 fluid ounce of product. This foundation does retail for $60. This is not to be confused with their Le Teint Ultra Tenue Ultra Wear Flawless Foundation. Those are 2 totally different foundations, even though the names sound exactly the same. Like Chanel, you were trying to confuse us, huh? Yeah, you were. It's not the same foundation. That foundation is being discontinued. The old foundation's description says that it's flawless. It had a light diffusing complex in it. It says that it created natural luminosity, and it had absorbent powders in it. The new foundation is described as a long-wearing, full-coverage foundation that provides 24-hour wear with a flawless matte finish. It says that the lightweight foundation glides onto skin for all-day comfort and perfect-looking complexion. When pressed, this liquid matte foundation lasts in even the most environmentally strenuous conditions and provides buildable coverage. It's enriched with Luminous Perfection Soft Focus Powder, kind of similar to the other one, but this one does have the 24 hours, and it says that it's a matte foundation. And it says that the formula corrects visible imperfections and illuminates the complexion for the look of smooth, even skin. That's all I needed to hear. I picked up this foundation from Chanel.com. It has since launched in a variety of different retailers. I will have everywhere where you can pick up this foundation down below, but pretty much wherever Chanel cosmetics are sold, you can get this foundation because this is new on everybody's counter. I want to show you guys what this foundation applies like, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into the demonstration of it, and then I'm going to check in a few times throughout the day. This foundation claims to wear for 24 hours. We're not doing that. We're going to do 8. But let's go ahead and jump into the demonstration, and I will show you all how I applied this foundation. I'm going to shake up my foundation. I'm just going to go in with 2 pumps of this foundation on my Esom Pro Blending Sponge, and let's apply. Okay. Okay. I hope this doesn't oxidize because this is like spot on my color. Maybe it's just too dark, but it gives me a little bit of color to my face, which matches my neck. But if it oxidizes, it's going to be too dark because you guys can see it's a little dark. But that blended out really smooth. 2 pumps gave me the coverage that I needed on my jaw area, and I'm going to take whatever's left over and put it on my forehead. I don't really have to cover a lot on my forehead, so I typically don't put that much foundation there. This looks really smooth. I like the way that this looks so far. It's like a daily flawless type finish. It's not too full coverage. I still see my skin through it, but it evened out my skin tone really well. You guys can see, and it gave me just a little bit of color. The color is not absolutely spot on. You can see it's a little bit too dark, and by a little bit, I mean a very, very tiny bit. So we'll see how it wears to see if it oxidizes, but for now, I can work with this because it gives me a little bit of color, because you all know in the wintertime, you can get a little pale. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 pumps on this side. Make sure to... I like the way that this looks. It looks very smooth. It doesn't look heavy. It doesn't feel heavy. It has that signature Chanel smell to it that all of their foundations have and all their complexion products have pretty much. So I like the way it smells, but if you are sensitive to fragrance, or if you do not like a prominent fragrance in your foundation, all Chanel foundations have it. I think this looks good and lightweight and smooth and, you know, just a nice everyday type foundation. Speaking in terms of color, if you're familiar with MAC coloring, I would say this is about an NC44. I wear about a MAC NC42, NC43, so I think it's like a shade too dark. But I'm going to go ahead and even that out with my concealers and powders and all that good stuff, and then I'll be back and show you what all of my makeup looks like all together. So I have everything on, my concealers and my powders, and I think this foundation is a shade too dark. But color aside, this finish is smooth. Like, my face looks smooth and velvety, and it's everything that I love in a Chanel foundation. I think that it looks really flawless, really. Like, it's flawless in a way that it's not heavy, but yeah, I don't see any of my imperfections. So I'm really feeling the way that my skin looks right now. I feel like I look very just silky smooth, and I love that, especially since I have a few breakout like areas on my face. So I'm really feeling how this foundation went on. I'm really feeling how it looks right now. So the only test is to see how it's going to wear throughout the day. As you all know, 8 hours, that's the magic number. That's how long I'm going to be testing this foundation out today. But I'm going to go because I am hungry. So I will check back in and let you guys see the update. Just before the sun sets, I wanted to show you all what my foundation looks like. You know, outside. I think it looks pretty good. I just think the color is a little bit too dark. But I'll check back in a few hours. So I've had this foundation on for 4.5 hours. Let's do our check-in. I still think my skin looks pretty good. Like, I feel like it looks relatively matte. Some of my oils have broken through. I do see those oils coming through on the T-zone area as per usual at this time. I think that it looks good though. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look heavy. It's still there. We have oxidized a bit, so I will say that this foundation is a little bit darker, which means that this is now a full shade too dark for me. So I'm going to head into the store this weekend possibly and go play and see if I can find another color, maybe like a half a shade to another shade lighter, see if it'll mix in with this foundation, or if I'm able to just have one of the foundations. But so far I'm really liking the finish of it, but the color is not a 100% match. But I'll check back in a few more hours and let you guys see the progress then. But I think that we're looking pretty dang on good so far. Okay guys, I'm trying to wake my voice up, but I just woke up from a nap. My voice is not together, but I have to come on and do a check-in. It has been 7 hours. I set my alarm to come do a 6-hour check-in. It didn't work. I was just too tired. I just slept on for another hour. I'm so sleepy. But I want to share with you all the progress where I am now. Like I said, I just woke up from a nap. I still think that my makeup looks good. Truth be told, I am not a light sleeper whatsoever. I probably have my face all in a pillow. So this foundation still looks good despite of that. I feel like it's still on. It's not splotchy. I feel like the color still looks good. I have oils that have broken through, but I still think the foundation looks very smooth and even, and everything looks really pretty and like a healthy glow. So I'm very impressed. But because I am a woman of my word, I'm going to come back in 1 hour and do the final check-in. I don't know how much is going to change, but I said 8 hours, so I'm going to give you 8 hours. So I'll be back. Okay guys, so it has been 8 hours and I'm ready to give my final thoughts. So as you all saw in the last check-in, it wasn't that long ago. Honestly, I don't feel like there's too big of a difference in how my foundation looks then versus how it looks now. But needless to say, I am extremely impressed with the wear of this foundation. I'm impressed with the finish of this foundation. I think that it's super smooth, super beautiful, the perfect amount of coverage. It's one of those foundations that just makes your skin look velvety even when it's really not. And I love that in Chanel's foundations, and I feel like they really brought that back with this formula. They brought back that velvety essence that I really missed in Chanel's foundations, that I just kind of felt like was missing in the last few that they've launched over the past few years. So I'm very impressed with this foundation. Like I said, the color is not a correct match, but I like this foundation enough that when I go to the counter, if they have a color that's a little bit lighter and it's not my exact color, I will buy that one too and mix it. That's how much I think this foundation is super pretty. If you are in the market for a matte foundation, but you don't like super matte, you like more of like a soft matte, like a velvet matte, like a blurring matte, this foundation is the bomb. I think it's super pretty. I got compliments nonstop all day on it. It does oxidize a bit, so just be wary of that. But other than that, I don't have really anything bad to say about this foundation. I think that it's absolutely gorgeous. Chanel knocked it out of the park. I'm so glad that they are expanding their colors, because now more people can enjoy their foundation and their formula. So let me know what you all think about it down in the comments section. If you are a fan of Chanel foundations, let me know what you all think. I think it looks glorious for me to have had it on for 8 hours and I took a nap. I'm going to put on my glasses now because I can't see at night, and I'm going to go eat a sandwich. No, I'm going to take them off. Okay. I'm going to put them right back on as soon as I say smooches. Okay, smooches. Bye.